Welcome to Stitches in Time, the podcast discussing Doctor Who the way it was meant to be watched, in chronological order, one clip at a time, starting at the Big Bang and ending with the heat death of the universe. I'm Becca, the Matrix Archivist, and I spent the last 13 years of my life meticulously editing the entire televised Doctor Who universe into chronological order.
And I'm Ben, and if I want to watch two animals kind of going at it, I just go to the zoo. It's just easier. It's just less hassle.
Yeah.
It's better parking.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Also joining us, we have a very special guest, the 13th Doctor. Cosplayer and impersonator Katie Haynes.
I'm Katie Haynes. I'm a 13th Doctor impersonator and cosplayer, and I've got no idea how to segue from what Ben just said. Because that came out of nowhere.
We've been doing this for a little bit. The format of the show is firmly entrenched. It's like a sediment. It's as you do this show for as long as we have, you discover the layers.
It's like a Fandom Iceberg in a podcast.
Oh God! I mean, that if Fandom Iceberg doesn't sum up this entire project in a nutshell, Becca, I don't know what does.
Our podcast is unsinkable and sailing inexorably across the Atlantic Ocean. And today we're talking about Listen. The Peter Capaldi episode. We're talking about the 6 seconds where he's perving on some lions.
That are perfect hunters.
Yeah,
And,
it is a little voyeuristic. It is a little bit Marty McFly's dad peering at his soon-to-be wife through the window. It's very... Listen, that sentence got away from me, but more to the point, I think what's going to happen here, obviously, is Peter Capaldi is going to fall out of the tree, land on Michael J. Fox, and it's going to lead to a series of events in which Michael J. Fox may cease to exist.
Katie has an expression on her face that is just like, why did I agree to be on this podcast?
Well, no, this is the... You sent me the list. Listen, I messed up because I watched Once Upon Time and I watched Flux. I hadn't rewatched Listen, and the bit of Listen I did rewatch is the sad bit at the end.
Oh well.
Oh no.
When he's hiding in the barn.
Well, then allow me, if I may, to paint a picture for you. It's not a lot of Listen. It's a very short snippet of Listen. I think it's about 6 seconds.
It's about 6 seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
From the beginning, from that montage at the beginning. It's the 12th Doctor in a tree with his binoculars, and then we get the view through the binoculars of, I think, a lion chasing after a gazelle or some such thing. It's clearly stock footage from like Nat Geo or whatever.
Right.
And that's it. It's just Peter Capaldi.
And it's him, and he's doing a voiceover that says, "There are perfect hunters."
Yeah, that's it.
Here's one for you. Has David Attenborough done Doctor Who yet?
No. Actually, I don't think he has.
That could have been. I'm looking at it right now. All right. You could have had David Attenborough in that moment as like we do a Stanley Watcher kind of thing. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's in a bush. Yeah, stopped footage. He's grabbed it. He's watching a little too intently.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. We're going to spend the next 30 to 60 minutes talking about just that bit. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How tall is Peter Capaldi? We can talk about how he probably just stood next to the tree and positioned himself in and was just looking.
What a great question. I just Googled it. He is exactly 6 foot.
Yeah, he's probably taller than the tree.
I'll tell you where that tree is. That tree is probably in a parking lot in Cardiff somewhere.
Yeah, it is. No, that's the tree. That's the tree that they must have used to discover Mavity.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that bit as well. Where you've got
It's
you
a
got Catherine
custom-built
Tate.
tree that
Yeah,
they
in the
have
parking
on-
lot they just have half a TARDIS up and some bushes by the bottom of it. But yeah, so what we have to do, this is the joy of this podcast, is we have to squeeze somewhere between 30 to 60 minutes of riveting entertainment from that. So that's the joy of what we do here. We're going to be talking about this in excruciating detail.
That bit.
Just that, but that's the whole thing.
Okay. Well, I've already got fan fiction theories.
Perfect.
I mean, the David Attenborough stuff really has set my imagination racing. Is there a prequel to Listen where he went to seek out David Attenborough to like make notes about animation and evolution and Perfect Hunters and what have you? And then he's like, okay, well now I'm going to sit on top of the TARDIS and monologue for a bit.
How old is David Attenborough? Because if we're gonna go in chronological order, let's think about this. So depending upon the first, could little David Attenborough have met the first Doctor?
Yes.
Met William Hartnell?
Yes, he could have.
And wait, the Zarbi! The Zarbi!
That would have been fun.
The Zarbi!
Oh
Little David Attenborough interacted with the Zarbi, and because of that, and because the first Doctor had to David Attenborough interacted with the Zarbi, and then the first Doctor, it all comes together, and that's what started David Attenborough on his love for nature.
That's it.
I love that.
Clearly it. Hey, I'll tell you how old David Attenborough is. This year, on the 8th of May, he turned 99 years old.
Whoa!
When Doctor Who started, he was nearly 40.
Oh my god.
I'm roughly the age now that David Attenborough was when An Unearthly Child aired.
So, it must have been that he was in the. When did he start his?
He was the controller of BBC Two in 1965. From 1965 to 69, he was the controller of BBC Two, which is the sister channel to BBC One, which is where Doctor Who debuted.
This is wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
But according to his Wikipedia page, he's advocated for restoring planetary biodiversity, limiting population growth, switching to renewable energy, mitigating climate change. That could have all come from him traveling with the first Doctor and seeing what our world would become.
Yeah.
Or deleted scene from Orphan 55. David Attenborough comes out from behind the bush and says, "This is a bit crap, isn't it?"
No! You've got now. This is where I come in. I will defend.
Not the episode. The situation with the Earth. The bit at the end where they realize, oh, this is the deep future. And David Attenborough was like, "Hang on, no. This is clearly upsetting. I don't want this to happen. Renewable energy." And he travels back.
Yes.
There you go.
So that's the timeline. Because I will. You brought me on this podcast.
Oh, I know. I know you will.
I will defend Orphan 55. Think about this. You're both classic Who fans, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that Orphan 55, the kind of the camp of Orphan 55, if you will. Tell me it's not reminiscent of classic Who.
I will say that particularly the person who's almost but not quite a dog is very 80s Doctor Who for sure. It's very like on the cusp of like the Colin Baker. Yes.
Hyphen with a 3.
Yeah.
Right on that cusp of like kind of the Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy era, in terms of the look of the thing.
But tell me that the writing, like, first of all, the writing for Jodie in that episode, she's spot on. She's so doctory in that episode. She makes that episode even stronger. And hear me out. If you want to stop having episodes like Orphan 55 talking about destroying the planet, stop destroying the planet.
That is a difficult thing to argue against. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
So that's my little mini soapbox.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I keep seeing all this stuff about like, oh, Doctor Who's so woke now. And, and it's not just Doctor Who, it's like everything. Oh, like Star Wars is so woke now. It's like, yeah, because you keep electing Emperor Palpatine into office. Like, that's...
Mm-hmm.
You keep not
Also,
understanding that it's all been woke the whole time.
anyone want to remind me what the Daleks are based off of?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone want to remind me what the Cybermen are based off of?
Pepper Potts.
Too soon. Too soon.
So yes, I know that you had a very traumatic experience with a Dalek getting exterminated over and over again, and I know that it's very.
Too soon.
I know it's. You know what? You're right, and it was insensitive of me to bring that up, and I sincerely apologize. And I hope that doesn't affect your thoughts and feelings about our show. So. How do we feel about? Is there a buffalo that's what is it? A gazelle? What is being chased down by this?
Let me double check. I think it's some sort of it's. But we don't know whether or not are we because we saw it get pounced.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
But-
Okay, it's a gazelle of some sort. It is a. You really have to watch it quick. When we're watching it on the Stitches in Time edit, it very, very quickly moves on to the next bit.
Yeah.
Also, he's not even looking at that. Where is he looking? Where's his eye line?
They used whatever stock footage they could get.
No, but that eye line was off. Wait, okay, so it's I think it okay, that's a lion.
Is it a cheetah? Oh no.
No, that's a lion. That's a lion. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm
yeah, it's a lion and a gazelle, I think. Yeah.
Honestly, though, I think the most impressive thing is that he's watching it happen in slow motion. I think that really is.
Well, no, because in what does my ninth self say? I can feel the pull of the earth.
That's
I can
true.
feel gravity. Time Lords can see in slow motion.
Yeah. That's like the whole when he jumps out the window in Heaven Sent. It's just thinking in slow motion.
Exactly.
Stepping through the retro fans in End of the World.
No, he's not looking at them.
Yeah, it's
his eye line is. He's looking at the. All right.
Oh yeah, he's looking. He's looking camera left.
He's looking at the sky. Okay. So if we're thinking about this from a, the sun is coming in from his. If I'm him, the sun is coming in. I don't even know what time of day it is. What it's supposed to be, but
yeah, the sun is definitely like behind him and on the side. So theoretically, when he looks through the binoculars roughly towards camera, the light should basically be completely front lighting the.
But it's
action.
not.
It's not, and he's looking up. He's looking up at the sky.
That's true. Yeah.
This is an unrelated shot. You have to put a little snip here and have these be two separate unrelated shots. Because in the first shot, obviously the 12th Doctor is bird watching,
right?
And then the gazelle is unrelated. It's an unrelated gazelle.
I like the idea that he's looking up at a bird, and then like all of a sudden he like hears a noise and like looks over to like, oh, a gazelle being attacked. That's what I wanted. Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah, he was busy looking at
any idea where this have we checked where this footage was from?
Oh, that's a great question. I wonder if someone has answered that on the TARDIS wiki.
Check. Let me look at the.
I feel like the TARDIS wiki doesn't usually get that specific, but
Oh, it
maybe
does
so.
sometimes. I mean, you can if you go back to like the meddling monk, it identifies the footage that the Vikings comes from, like the original movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if this was called Hide. A hide was the skin of an animal. Okay, so I think what I need is a disambiguation page.
No, it's listen. It's not hide.
Oh, you are right. It's listen.
It is about him theorizing about a perfectly hidden
I
monster.
got the titles mixed up. Listen was
Yeah.
the 4th episode of Series 8 of Docky Hoops. Okay.
Listen is a thing that humans did with their ears in the universe of Doctor Who.
Yeah, the TARDIS wiki at TARDIS.wiki, the superior wiki, don't use the one on Fandom, does not specify where that footage comes from, but some enterprising fan out there, you have the power. You can do that research. You can identify exactly which nature documentary that particular footage originally comes from.
Yeah.
I'm checking the.
And also check.
No, yeah, it's not. There's nothing suggesting it in there.
Also, fans, some enterprising young fan, find out that that clip of the snake in the Green Death, when John Pertwee is wandering around Metabolus 3, because we talked about that a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
So many nature documentaries in Doctor Who.
And the other thing to keep in mind is that in the Stitches edit, you identify this as being 2152 BCE.
Yes.
So this happened before any nature documentary filmed it. So this is where the footage originates from.
That must be it.
Yeah. Clearly.
Yeah, this was a random number generator placed.
It would have to be.
Yeah.
So is he looking? Is he looking at two birds, but also filming? Like he's clearly watching two birds. Like maybe there was a hawk or something, or I don't know, a pack of penguins flew by. We don't know where we are in the evolutionary line.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like when he's the perfect predator and he's looking up and it's like a bunch of hawks and he's also got a camera on a tripod set up over here because he promised David to get some B-roll while he was there.
Yeah, because look, he's clearly, that's not an eye line that matches the savannah.
He's looking at something else.
Yeah.
He is.
But it is a good hero shot.
It's a
Just
great,
yeah.
Slight low
it's
angle.
very
gorgeous.
Listen, hey, Douglas McKinnon, I don't know if you listen to this podcast. That shot, mwah, chef's kiss, brilliantly done.
Actually, Douglas McKinnon is our only listener, weirdly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wait, so did the lion? Oh, I mean, it went down, but.
And it is, as we all know from watching The Lion King, the lionesses are the ones that go out hunting.
Right.
Oh, I think it's a wildebeest. Is it a wildebeest?
Remember the old saying, where there's a wildebeest, there's a wildebeest.
Oh, I've never heard of that one. I like that. Yeah, that is a wildebeest. That is a wildebeest.
Oh, wow.
I'm 90% certain, just based on the. No, I don't want ocean feed. I want to see it.
It could be, yeah. I'll tell you what, he's lost the wildebeest to live. That's what's happened.
Oh, yeah. We know it's a lioness.
Yes.
We know for a fact that it's a lioness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm certain that's a
wildebeest.
I'm gonna be horrible. I'm gonna be the horrible one now. That's post Mufasa death.
I was gonna say this is definitely I think this is probably Nala.
Just taking out all her rage on the savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably the last
there's
wildebeest
still life
in the Pride Lands.
Yeah, there's still life on the savannah, so.
It's early days. It's
Yeah.
We're at the kind of midpoint
that's
of the
a
Lion
wildebeest.
King 1.5. That's where we are. In the kind of,
Yeah,
That's the next thing,
Oh,
obviously,
sorry,
that
it's
you
like,
have.
no, that they weren't there. I was going to say Timon and Pumbaa with the crew, but they weren't there.
They
They
weren't
were
there,
in
yeah. Yeah.
Oasis.
That's the
Yeah.
next job, obviously, Becca, is to edit the Lion King movies
Into-
into chronological
chron-
order. And this is despite the fact that they did that animated series on the Disney Channel that ignores the Lion King 2 and 3.
The Lion Guard, yeah.
The Lion Guard, yeah. It ignores the Lion King 2 and 3, much to my personal and professional chagrin.
I mean, look, in the Doctor Who Stitches in Time edit, there are plenty of divergences to alternate universes and what have you. So I think that's just how you
It's a given.
how you do it.
The phenomenal thing about Doctor Who is that you've got no idea how long. Yeah, we've only got certain seasons with certain Doctors, but you've got no idea how long any one Doctor has been the Doctor. Like, we know that Peter Capaldi is 4,000 years old,
Right.
but we've got no idea how many of those 4,000 years he was like. He could. We don't know. We don't know.
I will say that the one Doctor who we very specifically know exactly how long they were the Doctor for is the 14th Doctor, because the time between the regeneration at the end of the Power of the Doctor and Destination Skaro, that little comic relief or Children in Need skit, he specifically says it's been about an hour. Then everything from and then that comic that ties I forget the comic that they ran over
Where he broke my Sonic.
Where he broke your Sonic is very explicitly said to take place over I think a couple of hours, and then all three of the 60th anniversary specials are kind of
right into each other.
They run right into each other.
Right.
So that Doctor has a shelf life of less than 24 hours.
Wow.
That Doctor. I know about the head of lettuce. I know about the head of lettuce.
It's the Liz Truss Doctor.
Wait, what is this? I
Liz
do not
Truss,
know about this.
So Liz Truss was Prime Minister in the UK, and everyone hated her. And then there was a British tabloid, I forget which one, said that she had the shelf life of a head of lettuce. And then I think the same newspaper or a different newspaper set up a live stream of a head of lettuce, and it was what will wilt first, the head of lettuce or Liz Truss's prime ministership, and she stepped down before the head of lettuce had even begun to properly wilt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, Jodie's been through 3 prime ministers.
Yeah. That's more prime ministers than any other, like even Tom Baker.
Yeah.
That's more prime ministers than any other. Also, more reigning monarchs.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
She's been through the most reigning monarchs.
She's only one who's had 2 reigning monarchs during their tenure as the Doctor.
That's wild.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's so funny.
Yeah. That's also my other favorite fact about Jodie is the only actor to, during her regeneration scene, actually have 2 hearts.
2 hearts.
Yeah.
Oh, I did know about that.
Yeah.
No, because there was going to be so much more going on with her.
Yeah.
But because she had 2 hearts at the time, they were like, we can't do that.
Yeah, she was, for people who don't get what we're getting at, Jodie was pregnant at the time that they filmed Power of the Doctor. And so her regeneration scene, she literally has 2 hearts.
Only Time Lord to ever have 2 hearts.
Yeah. Boom.
Also, that means that the 14th Doctor and the 15th Doctor were canonically pregnant, and therefore Poppy makes sense. I mean, maybe that's...
I mean, we don't... Okay. It's never been fully... We know that Time Lords... And this was established... I think what people forget prior to the reality war was that it was established that Time Lords were sterile. And Time Lords did not give birth.
Yeah, that was
The
like
way
an
that-
extended universe. That was the Virgin New Adventures novel line from the 90s kind of established that.
Like they said, Time Lords cannot have children the same way humans do.
Yeah.
And we've
Hence
seen
my
that
least
with
my least favorite contribution to Doctor Who canon, the looms. I don't like them. Do you know about this, Katie?
Was this mentioned in Big Finish?
This is I think it might have been alluded to in one of their adaptations of the novels, but it's I think the most detailed it gets is in Lungbarrow, which was one of the last Seventh Doctor novels. And it's the idea that because of I think it's called the Pythian curse, because basically Time Lords upset a witch, and the witch cursed all of the Time Lords with asexuality, and so and made them sterile, so they can't have babies. So they make new Time Lords using genetic looms, and they basically 3D print new Time Lords.
Actually, that itself is a whole commentary on, and I'm not one to talk about this. There's a content creator that I follow, and this might get a little deep for the podcast, but the ethics of how some people will use IVF to fashion design their child.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the eugenics wars. Yeah.
The,
Yes.
Whole
Yeah.
CRISPR thing or whatever. Yeah.
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 Handpicking which genetic traits you want to become dominant.
Exactly. Which honestly is something the Time Lords would do. People
Yeah.
forget the Time Lords are rubbish.
They're the worst.
They're basically supremacists.
Yeah, the Time Lords aren't great. While we're talking about Lungbarrow and the looms and what have you, the what is referred to on the TARDIS wiki as the illogical house, that kind of big rickety wooden house that we see in
Yeah.
Flux, that kind of represents
Yeah.
the Doctor's
Speaking of which,
represents the Doctor's memory, technically first appeared in Lungbarrow. Technically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's there you go.
That's gorgeous.
Wouldn't it be ironic if you forgot where you put it?
oh, fun fact, my friend who
Oh, that is
did
gorgeous.
did the design,
Mm.
it's a very specific watch done by, what was it done by? I don't know how to pronounce it, but in the shots, Paul McGann is holding a chain. This is not the watch that Paul McGann had, but it is the chain that
Oh, dig
he
it.
held.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That is
my-
a very nice piece of kit.
I love it. You can get a. I need to look up who. Hang on. I've got my friend who does these, and I always want to shout out.
Yeah. Look at Katie. She's so fancy. She has friends.
Little Shop Props.
Little shop
Little shop-
props.
And where's the? Because they do tens Sonics all the time. They've got the laser screwdriver. The ball. Ah, there it is.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, you can get a bunch, and I don't know where they've got the. It's gone.
So,
I'll throw that in the show notes as well. For this
So-
episode.
me looking up the entry for the illogical house, which listeners will be keenly aware did not feature in the clip we're discussing today,
Yes.
did now lead me to another article about the Doctor's memories, which is a lot of it is taken up with the 13th Doctor and Division and all of that fun stuff. But there's also commentary, like the 7th Doctor during one of the Virgin New Adventures said that he edits out his, quote, more useless memories. And I feel like you don't know whether a memory is useless or not until you need to remember it.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah. You need to
Well,
go back and have words with yourself.
It's like me with the journals. Not me, but lady me with the, tearing pages out of her journals. And
no, Becca, you are a lady.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what? It's like the scene in Inside Out where they're getting rid of the memories that are faded, and they say keep, when it comes to piano, keep how to play chopsticks, and then get rid of the rest.
Right.
That's perfect. That's it.
Triple that gum.
Gum will make you smile.
I need to watch that movie again. That was such a good film.
It's amazing.
That broke me. That really broke me.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Oh, the second one will kill you. The second one will kill you.
All right, so Katie apparently wants me dead. Good to know.
Yep.
No, I don't. Only after you finish the scripts that you said were gonna be done.
Once we do the audios, then I can die.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
Once you're done with the season of Jump Leads, Ben, we gotta start production on.
We gotta
audios.
absolutely get ready to record and bash them out and get everything going. But I think the thing I do think is interesting is that in the timeline, in the Stitches in Time edit, the thing that comes before this is Carnival of Monsters, which is, the miniscope is explicitly a device to like capture and hold animals in captivity so you can look at them. And it's interesting that the first thing that the Doctor does after experiencing the miniscope is, I'm going to go look at a gazelle get murdered by a lion. There is a kind of this weird, wonderful kind of synchronicity between this being the clip that follows Carnival of Monsters.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that is one of the things I love about sort of being a slave to the random number generator, because this clip was randomly generated. I was just like, it has to be when lions exist. There, that's my parameters, and then I
figured... about time travel. Lions can exist whenever.
Yeah. Unless, what we
Wait,
know...
do we think that Peter Capaldi brought those lions here in the TARDIS?
Well, we know for a fact in the TARDIS there's a butterfly garden, there's a rainforest, water slides, bone lakes. So there's nothing to say there's not a menagerie in there.
That's true.
And if anyone who's read the Eighth Doctor Adventures novel, The Gallifrey Chronicles, knows that there's a murderous K9 lurking in the walls of the TARDIS.
Oh my gosh.
A model of K9 that was sent by the Time Lords to kill the Doctor.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just in there. Just
hello,
scratching
K9.
behind the walls. That is the only Eighth Doctor. The only Eighth Doctor novels I've read are the Eight Doctors, which is terrible, and the Gallifrey Chronicles, which is the last book in that range. And there's a bunch of stuff that happens in the middle that I have not read.
I haven't read it either. I'm still trying to. I love Big Finish. I love the audios, and I got through a long time ago. I got through Neverland. And I got to the end of Neverland, and I was freaking out because I had no idea what was going on with Zagreus. And then I'm like, I gotta go listen to Zagreus, and I was like, good luck.
Yeah, Zagreus, depending on who you talk to, is either someone's favorite audio or it's the worst thing Big Finish have ever done, and there's zero middle ground. It's one of those, and it's also like because it was Big Finish's 40th anniversary thing, it ties in threads from their 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th Doctor stories that were happening in the monthly range at the time.
I see.
At least I think it does. I've actually listened to it. I could just
it's
be
like
making
jumping
stuff
into
up.
the 50th, and you've got no idea who Clara is. Or...
But I would say I think the 50th still works in isolation. I think you can watch the 50th without knowing anything about Doctor Who.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think that's the case with most of the anniversary specials, in fact. I think the anniversary specials, more than any other part of Doctor Who, even the Christmas specials, are kind of designed to celebrate Doctor Who without alienating people who are not familiar with it.
I agree.
Yeah, even though the Five Doctors is silly, but it's fun silly. Like
it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love
the
it.
Five Doctors.
I love that episode so much.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I feel like that's just kind of generally the aim of Doctor Who, because, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but like, there are so many sci-fi fantasy properties that just have so much lore, you know, and this is one of the reasons, like, I never got into comics really when I was a kid, because it was just like, I don't know where to start, and like, it feels impenetrable. Even the MCU now is starting to feel like that. It's like, oh, well, if you haven't seen these 7 movies, then none of this is going to make sense to you. And I feel like Doctor Who is always conscientious of like, hey, new fans, come on in. It's not that scary.
You could probably, I would say, with like an exception of maybe in New Who, I should say, like a few part story, you could jump in. Like, my first episode was The Empty Child, and I had no idea what was going on, but I loved it. And it unfortunately lured me into a sense of comfort, because I didn't understand at the time everybody lives meant something.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Because I got attached to everybody.
My first episode of Doctor Who is the one surviving episode of The Abominable Snowman, because it aired as part of a Doctor Who night on BBC Two when I was very, very young, and they just aired it in isolation. They were just like, hey, we have this so they aired that, and then they aired I believe I know I've watched it I when I was young. I believe it was part of the same viewing, but The Mind Robber, which is one of my all-time favorite Second Doctor serials. It's so weird and wonderful, but the part where Jamie, I'm sure I've talked about this on the show before, but the part where Jamie gets turned into a cardboard cutout of himself with his face blanked, and the Doctor has to kind of rebuild his face from an identikit and gets it wrong, and Jamie's played by a different actor for 2 episodes. That gave me nightmares as a kid. Like, the idea of having your face changed and everything about yourself rewritten accidentally terrified me as a kid. But I loved it, and the next weekend my dad went out to the video store and bought Tom Baker's first story, Robot, on VHS, and I wore that tape out.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I watched Robot over and over again. And Mandy knows this story because she, a couple of years ago, to cheer me up / retaliate. I don't think retaliate is the right word, but her favorite movie is Coyote Ugly, and she has it on DVD, and I got it for her on Blu-ray and digitally, so she always has a copy. She can watch it wherever. And then I thought, I bought it on all these other formats. I might as well. I bought her a VHS copy of Coyote Ugly.
Aww.
So she bought me Robot on VHS. So I have that now as well. And then a friend of mine recently, in May, we had a bunch of friends over to watch. We did Pyramids of Mars for funsies, and he was in a video store and just happened to see it on VHS and bought it for me.
That's amazing.
Don't get me started on Sutek. Just stop. I've got beef. I've got so much beef about that.
Well, the good news is that Sutek is not your problem. You don't have to worry about him for 2 full lifetimes.
I know, but you cannot tell me that with that Disney money, we couldn't have gotten one reenactment of the original outfit. Tell me I'm wrong.
That would, you know what? Yeah, that would have been nice.
You know what? The dog is fine. The dog is fine. We have the CGI dog. That's fine. Phenomenal. All good. Give me a physical actor. Just for a little bit. Give me a physical actor.
With that, a Disney money version of that outfit would have been.
Come on.
Yeah.
Tell me that would not have been absolutely incredible.
Do we Do we know, has the Doctor Who Extended Universe talked about the gazelle or the animal in question that the lioness is?
The wildebeest?
The wildebeest, yes, that the lioness hunts and pounces upon. Because I feel like if it was Star Wars, this wildebeest would have...
that whole thing would be
it would have a name.
Novel.
It would have a name.
It would be
three different action figures.
It would be a name that's like an anagram of like a lighting guy or something.
It'd be an action figure compact with like an ice cream maker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Has the Doctor Who Extended Universe gotten to that wildebeest yet?
I don't think they have to beast, but I'm sure they will to beast.
Don't think so yet.
Next time they do the Big Finish short story contest, I will. That's going to be my pitch.
The wildebeest and the lion.
The wildebeest
Yes.
from Listen in their own spin-off show. It's going to be great.
I know you both talked about yours. I wasn't going to do... I got home from work on the day of the deadline and thought to myself, there's no way. I'm not in the headspace for it. I don't think it's going to happen. And then I sat down on my computer to play video games and ended up writing my pitch instead and sending it off to them. So
That's amazing.
that for me, and I've said this to both of you already, that to me that's a victory for me. Being able to submit my entry, given everything that happened in April and May, was a victory for me.
Yeah.
Within 4 days of that prompt going up and saying we want something for the 13th Doctor, within 4 days, I had my thing written out and sent in, and I had a mini panic attack about it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I sent mine in. I hovered over that send email button for a good 20 minutes, I think.
I knew what I wanted to send, but my biggest problem was the word count. Because if you know me as a writer, that is a killer.
Yeah, that's tough.
Making it all fit was...
I sent mine in, and then like a couple days after, Ben sent me like their opening paragraph, and I was like, fuck, this is so much better than what I sent in.
Oh.
Yeah, you sent me yours, and it started with "The Doctor am time travel again," and it definitely. No, I'm kidding. It was brilliant. You didn't send me anything because you don't trust me enough to read your.
It's not that I don't trust you; it's that I'm extremely insecure.
I had 4 people read mine before I submitted it.
I should have had 4 people read mine before I submitted it, and honestly, one of them should have been Ben. Katie, can you tell the listeners where they can find you on the internet, please?
You can find me on TikTok at KTGAngel44, and you can also find me on Instagram at just KTGAngel or KTGangel, as a lot of people have come to call me.
I love that. Well, thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll join us again next time when we're going to be talking about The Vanquishers.
The Vanquishers!
Oh, you bet. Let's do it.
5 full seconds of the Vanquishers. Is it even 5 full seconds of the Vanquishers?
I think
it's just
about,
them running into it. It's them running into the room of lava.
Yeah, it's about 4 seconds, I think.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Stitches in Time. Music by Becca, the Matrix Archivist. Art by Mandy Oquendo. Logo by Ben Paddon. You know that one friend you have? That one that likes really niche, nerdy, weird stuff? You should tell them about this podcast, because you know they'd love it.
And as we all know, Sutek is sponsored by Lowe's.
I'm skipping these ads as fast as I can.
What's going on? It's on Love Island.
Look, some of us don't pay for YouTube Premium, okay?